Alright, so I took some mental health time, and then COVID-19 happened, and all the shutdown stuff happened. And it's literally been like 2 weeks since I've made an edited video for you guys. And if I'm gonna get back to it, what better way to start than with my girls of Girl Defined? What is up, you heathens and demons, you sinners and saints, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to A Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and today we're looking at Girl Defined. Well, I mean, it's a Girl Defined video, and Bethany's in it, Kristen's not. They brought in their youngest sister, first time ever, to speak directly to teens. But before we get into it, gotta send that shout out to my patrons. If you're a patron and you are struggling right now because of this virus, please use your money to help you and your family. Come back to me after all of this is over. If you can afford to continue to be a patron, I greatly appreciate your support. And if you can afford it right now and would like to become a patron, link is in the description below. That's right, y'all. Bethany kicked Kirsten to the side and brought in the younger version, the baby sister. I'm just playing, you know, Kirsten's still there. Kirsten's still part of Girl Defined. They just brought in baby sister, first time ever, because she's running the show on their merch store, which is opening up all year round now because, you know, they want to make that money like everybody else. And I don't have no issue with that. I really don't. You want to make that money, make that money. If you can make that money, make that money. No issues with that. What I do have an issue is with the message you're going to be sending to these teenagers. Let's start.
Hot conversations. Woo! Yeah. I'm here with a new co-pilot.
I have never been on here before.
You've never been. This is so exciting because this is
I like this.
Second youngest of all the sisters, Rebecca.
I'm the baby. The second baby.
Okay, before we jump in though, because we're gonna get some good stuff from this girl today in our conversation. You are gonna bring it. For all the teens out there,
Looking
shout
at
out
you,
to
girl.
We see you. This is for you.
Alright, so they're rolling out their store. They got these new t-shirts. Let's look at the t-shirt that baby Girl Defined is wearing. It says, God's design isn't a cookie cutter mold, but one that every woman can embrace. Talking about this biblical womanhood, this purity Christianity that they preach. But let's talk about that slogan. Because if there's only one mold, by definition, that's cookie cutter. And if you have to change yourself to fit that mold, by definition, that's cookie cutter. If you're gonna make t-shirts, please make t-shirts that make some fucking sense.
Because you are not a teen, you're 20, but you were just a teen. So I feel like this is kind of looking back like, hey teens, I know what it's like. I was just there. It's hard to be a Christian, to be a teen. There's a lot of peer pressure, school, sports, like so much going on in life. And you're being pulled in a lot of different directions that to pursue your relationship with God for yourself, it can be hard. So looking back, like for you in those teen years, because you are, I would say like you're 20, you're a strong Christian. Like I want to grow up and be like you.
You know, I'm going to maintain that it's pretty hard to be a teenager no matter what you are. If you're a Christian, a Muslim, of any faith, if you're anything, if you're an atheist, if you're an agnostic, if you're a partier, a jock, a geek, whatever the fuck you are, teenage years are hard. You have all of these different emotions. You don't really know how to deal with them. All of these different hormones, your body is changing, you're becoming an adult. And it's difficult, and it can be a roller coaster for anybody. So this whole thing that it's really hard to be a Christian and as a teenager in this modern era is just actually utter complete bullshit. It's hard to be a teenager. If you add on the impossible stipulations of the Christian God, well, yeah, that's gonna make it even fucking harder.
Sweet. Very mature, very godly. Like I'm so encouraged by your life. So all your fellow teens out there, what would you say helped you stay the course in your walk with God?
That's a good question. So for me, I feel like growing from like 13 to 19, it was like some of my most like developmental years. Developing years.
Yeah.
So clearly, Brilliance is just a trait that gets passed down to all of these girls of Girl Defined, all of the sisters. I wonder if they got any brothers, because I've seen nothing but women. I'm interested in that. Like, are there any dudes in your family? I mean, I have to say the intellectual brilliance of stating that the years of between 13 and 19 are the years that you change the most, that your body changes the most. Brilliance. I've never fucking considered that before. I wonder, like how nobody figured that out before all of this time.
Like, where you have to make a lot of choices and you're growing up and then you kind of become an adult at 18. And it's like a lot of responsibility. Mm-hmm. So it's so fun though. Like, it's a good season. And some of the things that really helped me, I would say, like, get through it and like press on and become a better Christian and grow closer to God. Course. Yeah, like staying the course, because you can have ups and downs in your teen years, but to get on the other side of it, as I have.
As you have. Hey, I saw a statistic that sadly, like, 80% of Christian teens, once you hit college, abandon the faith. Maybe 60 to 80. Like,
that's a lot.
Don't quote me on that, but it's high and it's sad. So,
I want to know exactly what staying the course means. Does that mean just reading the Bible nonstop through your teenage years, forcing yourself into this fundamental worldview? Does it mean only surrounding yourself with other like-minded Christians to keep yourself safely locked within that bubble so you can come out the other side and remain that fundamental Christian? And then to Bethany's point about how 60 to 80% of Christians are going to college and losing their faith, that's because your faith, your God, doesn't stand up to intelligent examination, intelligent thought, questions. Because when you really start to delve into the history, delve into the Bible, delve into how inaccurate that Bible is, it's really hard to deny that Bible's bullshit. And if your indoctrination growing up as a child insisted that the Bible was 100% infallible and accurate and the Word of God, well, it's very easy to come to the conclusion that was false, and then hopefully you will let go of that, move on, and develop healthier conclusions.
It starts before you graduate high school. So while you're in high school, in middle school, being intentional, what were some things you did?
Yeah. So things I did, being open to like older people's advice, as in like your mom or your dad, older siblings, mentors, that was really helpful. Like, sometimes you think as a teen, like, I am so smart. Like, there's nothing else I could learn in life. Like, I'm the smartest person ever. It's true.
Yes.
And then you like learn a little bit more and you grow a little bit older and you're like, wow, I know nothing.
Everything I thought I knew. I'm dumb.
It's true.
All right, so you're just feeding us bullshit here, because you're not talking about listening to older, wiser people. You're talking about listening to older, wiser people within your safety bubble that's only going to feed the indoctrination that you have about this Christian God. I'm 42 years old. I've lived an entire life that most people don't live. I have wisdom that most people don't have. But I'm sure that baby girl Defined here isn't going to appreciate or even listen to the wisdom that I would have to offer her, which is that don't live your life based on this phony ass God. Live your life on the ideals that you uphold, that you cherish, and take credit for it.
I have a lot of wisdom, so like going out consistently with a mentor, older friend,
okay, wait, so
mom.
Pause there, because people are like, wait, going out with a mentor. We talk a lot about it. Give us like a 30-second nutshell of what you mean by going out with a mentor.
So like with me and my mentor, like we'd go through books together. We would have good conversations. Like she was open. I mean, I was open to her asking me anything basically about my life, like friends, whatever I was watching, whatever I was doing.
Like accountability.
Yeah, accountability. Just with my quiet time and everything. And so that was super helpful, because then there was somebody like consistently on your head, like asking you hard questions.
And
so have this mentor, this person within your church that can guide you along the Christian path, question you, interrogate you, make sure you're not going against those impossible rules. And here lies the fundamental advice that I have to rage against, because one, it's been proven that a lot of those people in those churches might very well rape you, molest you, take advantage of their power over you. As a teenager, you are not too young to look at shit and decipher shit for yourself. Your brain is capable of that. You can read this Bible and either reject it or accept it based upon your own opinion, and you don't need somebody going through and interrogating you on every life mistake you're gonna make, because guess what? You're gonna make them. Now, listening to older people is good advice. That is, like, I wish more young people did it. They just don't. So what you have to do is hopefully raise your children to make it through their teenage years making good decisions, not the shitty decisions I made as a teenager. It's very easy to do because you're young and you're fucking dumb. So I'm going to give you some raging atheist advice if you're a teenage Christian and you're trying to ride the storm of your teenage hormones. And it's this: just be yourself. Ask yourself questions. Don't worry if you make mistakes, because you're going to do it. If you worry too much about it, it will affect you mentally. Move on from those mistakes. Learn from them. Become a young adult and do it on your own. And if you'd like to give credit to God, then go for it. But try to understand that it is you that are making it through, and we've all been through this. And reaching out to older people to ask them questions is a very good thing. Staying safe within your bubble so your mentality isn't questioned, I don't think is. I think you should question your mentality, especially as you're growing. Question everything around you. That's the point of growing and learning. That would be my advice to you. As always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is A Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share me on your social media, comment in the comment section below. Stay safe through this pandemic, and as always, I'll see you soon.